Welcome to a special edition of Off Panel, Off Topic. What I'm here to talk to you about is this nonsense review bombing that Miss Marvel has gotten. First things first, I'm not going to review the show because Jake and I will do that this Sunday, but I loved it. I absolutely adored the show, the energy, all the moving, pictures in the background that kind of made it seem like a comic book. I love the actress who plays her. I love the whole cast. Honestly, it's just a great story to me. I mean, she came along much after I stopped reading comic books, but I really like the character. And of course, these fucking white supremacist losers are all review bombing it for its woke. Fuck off, man. Just, there's a reason why I don't have anything on my shelves, because this is not frivolity time. And there's a reason why I still have the three Marvel heroes up there. I got Captain America, who stands for what America is all about and what it should be, which is inclusiveness and welcoming and community and strengthening the community, and being good to everybody, being being good human beings, okay, right? And then we got Black Panther, who I will talk about here in a little bit, but he is a character that is really, really cool to have in the Marvel Universe. It definitely, shows, at the time it wasn't an inclusivity thing, it was just, hey, we don't have a black superhero, and but Black Panther, I think is one of my favorites, and he stands for a lot of people. So then we got She-Hulk, who as a female character, we've also gotten some review bombings for, like, Captain Marvel, that movie, which I'll talk about that here in a little bit too. But, so I have these three characters up here for a reason, and they are because I love them. I love them so much. And all three of these characters, who are not real, by the way, they're not real, but they stand for things that I care about. And they stand for things they stand for a more inclusive place. And I don't know about you, but inclusivity is what makes this country great. The more people you're exposed to, the more different cultures you're exposed to, the stronger you become. The stronger your community becomes, the smarter you become. You learn things, and you become a better human being. You become a more well-rounded and evolved human being. And, I don't think I've told this story on the podcast, but I lived with my ex over in an apartment building, and all of our neighbors were first generation. There were two families down the hall, and they were both first generation from Africa, and then from Tunisia across the hall. And I loved that the kids got exposed to different cultures so early in their lives. That's going to make them better human beings down the road. They're going to, and at no point were they like, oh, I don't want to play with them because they're black or whatever. No, they were their friend. They were all friends, and it had nothing to do with anything, And if they would have told me that, I would have been, "Fuck you," you're a little whatever. But they didn't, because there was no reason to. Hate has to be taught, and I didn't teach them hate, and neither of their parents did. And I'm grateful for their exposure to different cultures in their formative years when they were growing up. That helps them understand that there are different cultures than theirs. And let me address something here. There's a lot of moments in Miss Marvel where they see the home life of the Khans, and his mom and his dad and his older brother, who is clearly a devout Muslim. Based on his beard, the way he dresses, I would assume that he's a devout Muslim. Also, the way he acts. He says Bismillah, which I believe is, Allah, protect me, I think. By the way, idiots, Allah is just another word for God. so you can stop your whole, oh, Bolshevik, shut the fuck up. All right, Jesus. That was really cool to see, like the Pakistani, like, you know, where they went and like shopped and like all those places. I was like, I would like to try some of those little candies that she was eating, and I would love to shop in those stores. Like, that looks cool, and the music was cool. The song at the end was really cool. I would have never heard that song if they didn't have a Miss Marvel show. No lie. Why? Because I'm gonna assume, and this is bad for me to do, but I'm gonna assume it's a Pakistani song in Urdu, which I believe is what the Khan family speaks, based on Bruno's making the alternative to Alexa understand Urdu. He says at one point to Kamala's father. That's great. As a musician, that's awesome. Like, I love the sounds of the language. You know, I hear almost all of my songs in English because that's just how, I don't know, I just don't get exposed to a lot of different cultures, like, you know, where they're singing in different languages. And, man, that song at the end was really cool during the credits. It was really kick-ass. But here's the thing. I appreciated being able to see into their home life and into the things that go on in a household that is American, just as American as I am, but they have a different culture that I don't. I'm Norwegian and German. Vikings and, you know, right? So I don't really, as far as my heritage goes, I really dig on my Irish heritage, and I really dig on my Norwegian heritage, and you know, I'm a Vikings fan. I was born in North Dakota, which is almost all Scandinavian peoples, but I like seeing that different type of thing. I like seeing, like, in Shang-Chi, for example, which was also tried to be review bombed, but didn't work, you fucking idiots. But Shang-Chi was also a really cool example. Like, I had no idea what a traditional, like, Chinese breakfast was. And I don't know if that's a traditional Chinese breakfast that they had. I can't remember what it's called. But the day after, it's right at the beginning of the movie where she comes to pick him up and they're all talking around the table, and the grandmother is talking about the Day of the Dead and giving, you know, the lost the older her husband that had passed, like, his cigarettes and his whiskey, and Shang-Chi is kind of, you know, admonishing her, like, I don't think that's what the gods meant, or, you know, whatever. But I really like. There's nothing better for our country than immigrants, than people from other cultures. They make our country better. I don't know how none of you can see that. And I'm speaking to you trolls that are trying to review bomb Miss Marvel and have tried to review bomb Shang-Chi and Black Panther and Captain Marvel and Moon Knight. Guess what? The Armenian genocide happened. Okay? Now, I know the U.S. doesn't want to admit it because we're real good friends with the Turks, and Turkey is really the only ally we have over there other than Israel. Got it. That doesn't mean it didn't happen. So I'm sorry if you tried to review bomb. What the fuck? You tried to review bomb Moon Knight because they admit it, because they talked about it happening? Right there, white supremacists. I gotta be honest, I just don't get it. I just don't understand why you think you're, like, superior to everybody because of the color of your skin. You have a real issue with skin color, you know that? You hate a lot of people based on their skin color, and you think you're perfect and supreme because of your skin color. Never occurred to you that it's what's inside and how you treat other people and how you interact with your community and whether you make it safer or more dangerous, that's really what's important. And that's shameful. That's embarrassing. I just don't understand how you don't see how flawed you are. And there's time to change. You can change. You know, give up this white supremacy bullshit. And understand that the more differences we see the more we come together, the more wonderful it is to learn these different things. I mean, it's fantastic. And as a human being, I don't know why. Real quick, I know a lot of people as they grow older become more conservative, and I don't get it. I just gotta say, I really don't get it, because really, I've become more liberal and more compassionate and more open-minded as I've grown older. So I guess I just got a question. Did you just decide when you were like 30 to stop evolving as a human being? I mean, that's fine, but I got to be honest, it's really, really sad. And also weak. You know how weak it is to be like fucking hateful to other people because they're different color, or their skin's different color, or their religion's different? That's weak. Because it's easy. It's easy to just take something unknown and be like, now this is not an analogy, but I just don't understand. I don't understand where the hate comes from, and I don't understand whoever taught it to you. They were wrong. It's okay to understand that the people who raised you were wrong about some things, maybe everything. But that's what part of growing up is understanding that you can take some of the things that you were taught and not everything. You make your own choices. That's why we go to college. That's why colleges are a hotbed of liberal. Yeah, because people are finally learning different aspects of the truth than the ones you want us to know. Again, I don't get it. But please continue to photobomb or review bomb all you want, because I'm still gonna review the crap out of it to be A+, double thumbs up, because it's awesome. It's fun. How can you not have fun? You know? It's just sad. You just sit in your little cube. Sure, you're making millions of dollars, but who gives a shit? Nobody hangs out with you. What do you do with all that money? Do you just, keep it in a bank? Like, someday I'll have friends. Not now, because I gotta make my money being a bigoted asshole on YouTube. Burp. It's sad. And the worst part is, you think you're like a badass, too. You're like, You're nothing. Your hate makes you nothing. And I hope you change. I hope you understand how wrong you are and how hurtful you are to our society as a whole. But until then, thanks for letting me rant on Off Panel Off Topic. We'll be back with another episode this next week. And of course, don't forget to check out the Off Panel Off Gaming channel, where we have our Off Panel Off Wrestling Octane episodes. It's going to be fantastic. I appreciate it. Thanks, everybody, and have a great and fantastic day. And remember, be good. Be good to people. We're all people, right? Okay, I got to do my freeze frame. How long do I have to hold it? I'm not sure. Hang on. It's coming. What? Oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey. Nope. Here it is. No? Yeah? No. Yeah? Peace out.